because all four of you talked about the importance of sponsorship, allies internally, and that's played a big part in all of your careers. Carolyn, I know, for example, you were mentored by Margherita Della Valle, who's Vodafone's former CFO and now CEO, which is obviously hugely inspiring to many, I'm sure. Why is having internal sponsors so important? How do you actually go about getting them?
So I think, like Helen said, it's really about that allyship and having people who are going to have your back, for want of a better word. It's those people that, when you put yourself forward, are going to know you and going to be able to support you to get you their next role. I think, for me, it's a little bit of luck with Margherita. I was very fortunate. I was a head of finance for corporate functions for a period at Vodafone when she was group financial controller, and happened to work with her an awful lot at that point. And it kind of evolved from there. So it wasn't that suddenly she came and went, Carolyn, I'm going to mentor you. But again, and I spoke to a few ladies in the room about this earlier, it's about networking. Tools, processes will get you a certain way. But it's the relationships that Helen talked about are the real differentiators. You can have a very equal playing field in terms of skills, knowledge, etc., how you portray yourself. But it's that extra piece of someone saying, well, I know that person, I trust that person, and being able to build your levels of trust in the organisation that will be the differentiator. I think when someone says to me, have you got a mentor, it sounds a bit like a tick box exercise as well. And I think what you need to do, it's a bit like coaching and all those other things, is find somebody you connect with. It does not have to be somebody in finance. And actually, some of my better mentors have been outside finance because they give me a completely different perspective. They don't know my day-to-day role. They don't know kind of the intricacies of some of the relationships. They can give me a very sound outside view and actually some really good food for thought. So I think getting a mentor or a coach is really inspiring because they give you that different perspective. They also challenge you to think differently about yourself, and that for me has been really important in terms of not so much having the imposter syndrome when I walk into a room. And I think for women, quite often that's the case. You don't think you're good enough. Oh, Joe Bloggs is going to do it a lot better than me. They've done that before. And actually, it's a perception thing. We can all do it, we can all put ourselves out there, and having a mentor that kind of gives you that extra little bit of confidence and motivation and ways of perceiving things is really inspirational.